There's been times in my life where I thought that taking action had to be difficult, where it had to be something that involved a lot of resistance and that had a lot of anxiety, and I need to be working really hard. In fact, the word action is something that I didn't even like for a long time because I believed that action was something that needed to make me feel not good. I just didn't like the word action at all. It didn't resonate with that word. But what I find is that there's a way to take action that makes it completely effortless. And in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you exactly how I came to this conclusion, how I realized that taking action, especially towards your goals and your dreams and what your heart really wants, is actually not hard at all. It's actually completely effortless if you align your energy in the right way and you master your frequency. And I'm going to share with you in this video exactly how you can do this and the secret to effortless action and what I personally found works for me and how you can maybe apply the same thing in your life to get to this space of taking action completely effortlessly. So this is going to be the secret to effortless action. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. Now, the first thing I want to share with you is that it's also going to be in the comments of this video as well, by the way. The first thing that I want to share with you is that thinking creates resistance, but acting and being in the flow is actually effortless, right? Thinking about taking action, about moving the energy while you're sitting in one spot. It's like, oh, I need to go do this thing now. It's going to involve a lot of resistance. It's going to be hard. And that's true. It may be true if you keep thinking while you're taking the action. So if you get up to go finally do that thing, and while you're doing that thing, you're then thinking about the next thing, sure, that thing's going to have a lot of resistance, but usually the resistance has nothing to do with what you're actually doing. It's you thinking about the next thing that you're going to be doing and why you don't want to be going there. But what I find is that when you're actually doing the thing that you know you quote unquote should be doing, and again, I say should like this in all my videos because I don't believe in any shoulds, but it's something that should come from your inner state of being. What I find is that when you're finally in the flow, when you're finally taking action, it's actually quite easy. Like for me personally, I used to hate cleaning my room. I used to hate cleaning. I used to hate being tidy. I was like, oh, I have to clean now. I have to do this and this. But once I actually start cleaning and giving it my full attention, giving my full attention to the present moment, giving each thing that I do my full attention and energy, not focusing on what I don't want, focusing on what I want in the moment, just kind of allowing myself to fully be there, what happens is that it's actually a lot easier than I created it to be in my mind. And this is what you want to start to realize if, you want to take effortless action in your life, is to see that actually doing things fully with your full attention does not have a lot of resistance whatsoever. But actually thinking about it is what creates the resistance. So once you are being the person you want to be, you'll find that the resistance is gone. It's all about anticipating about how you're going to be doing it and where you have to go and how it's going to be and how hard it's going to be and how you don't want it. And it's like it's just all that resistance comes from your mind. So what I want to share with you is that the next time you feel resistance in terms of going in a certain direction, I encourage you to just let it go and just start taking action. Take radical action. And see, that might seem like, oh, that's overly masculine. No, but if you just take the action, you'll see that thinking about it was the hard part, right? Actually being there is oftentimes easier than you thinking about how hard it's going to be. Staying stuck and choosing to stay stuck, and staying stuck is a choice. Having your energy stagnate and leaving yourself confused and feeling stuck and like you don't know where you want to go, that is a lot harder than just doing the thing that you know you want to be doing or should be doing. And when you just finally go where you want to go and just do what you want to do, you find that the resistance just falls away pretty quickly. And if there is any lingering resistance, if you stay persistent with what you prefer and what you actually want to be doing, the resistance just fades away, right? And if you just stay stuck for months, maybe even years, that resistance builds up and starts to linger, and it doesn't just linger and fade away, it starts to build up, and you gain momentum even in that resistance, and it starts to feel worse and worse and worse. If you just start to take action, it just fades away. So again, thinking creates resistance. Being in the flow is actually quite effortless. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in terms of the secret to effortless action that I personally found in my life is drop all ideas of what you should be doing, what you should be doing. Because what I find is that in my experience, I don't believe in shoulds or shouldn'ts in life. You have free will. You have choice to do whatever you please in life. But if you stay persistent to go in the direction of something that you believe you should be doing that you don't truly want to be doing, what happens is that creates a lot of resistance, and then the action that you're taking will be out of alignment with who you truly are and what you truly want to be doing. And then of course, that is going to create a lot of resistance. And if you stay persistent in that direction, again, it will build up and the action won't be effortless. And it's going to be very hard to convince that kind of a person, or to convince you if you're that person, hopefully not. But if you are, it's totally fine. I've made a lot of mistakes in my life personally. And it's part of life, by the way, to be persistent in a direction where we believe we have to be. It's the only way, I'm going to say unfortunately, to learn through contrast, but it's not unfortunate at all, because actually it's a beautiful thing to learn that you can be choosing to not be effortless. That's a choice. It's from a universal perspective, once you play this game of life long enough and you switch back and forth between doing what you actually want to be doing in comparison to what you believe you have to be doing because you have some idea in your mind that you need to be doing this you don't really want to be doing, when you play that game long enough, you see that, wait a second, actually effortless action is quite easy. Just drop the idea that you believe you have to be doing this thing that's creating resistance. Go do what you actually want to be doing instead. And then of course, all that resistance fades away. It just fades away completely. And again, if you drop ideas in general and give your full attention to what it is that you're doing in the moment, then the resistance will fade away as well. So another tip that you can do, just to kind of go back to what I just said a second ago, is just drop any ideas of what you should be doing. Just drop the shoulds. Drop the have tos, drop the shoulds, drop the I need to be doing this. Just drop it all. What would you do right now if you didn't have to do anything? What do you really want to be doing? What is going to recharge you? What feels rejuvenating? If you follow that frequency long enough, you follow that energetic trail that life has kind of already left for you from in a weird way. It's going to sound like I'm saying that destiny exists, but in a way it actually does. But we'll talk about that in another video, because life is of course grounded in unconditional love, and everything will be experienced. Everything that wants to be experienced will be experienced. So you may as well just do what you actually want, because it's all going to be experienced anyways. And why would you choose resistance when you can choose effortlessness? And the way to choose effortlessness is to drop what you should be doing. If you want to do what you feel like you have to do, by all means, I'm not even saying that you shouldn't do that. Go for it. But what I'm going to tell you right now is that you're not going to want to sit there for long. I say this in pretty much all my videos and a lot of my videos, because you're gonna notice and become conscious that, wait a second, I'm choosing to take an action that's creating resistance, and you can just drop it. Now, of course, sometimes even something that you want to be doing truly from your heart might create resistance, but usually that just comes from thinking about it too much and not giving it your full attention. So be careful to, maybe you have something you really want to do, and then it creates resistance a little bit, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't go in that direction because I need to be, I shouldn't feel this resistance at all, right? But it's okay. Sometimes a little bit of resistance might come up. But again, you just want to be conscious of, are you thinking about what you're doing, or are you actually giving it your full attention? Again, if you're giving it your full attention, you'll find that the resistance fades away as well. Thinking creates resistance. Acting and being in the flow is effortless. Now, number 3, what I want to share with you is focus on the frequency, not the action, okay? Don't ever focus on the action. You can focus on the action sometimes. That's what we call circumstantial focus. If you give the circumstances too much focus though, and not enough energy on the energy in the place that you come from, that is going to create a lot of resistance. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not perfect. I do things that are focused vibrationally, but still occasionally I'll experience some resistance even while I'm recording a video, even while I'm doing things that I know for a fact or what I really want to be doing truly from my heart. There might be some resistance that comes up along the way, but what I do is I observe that and I just let it go, and I give as much energy as possible to the frequency and not the resistance. Don't give energy to the resistance. I'm not saying to resist the resistance, right? If it comes up, just let it be there, because if you resist resistance, that feeds to the resistance, and what energy flows where intention goes. What you focus on, you give energy to. If you keep giving energy to resistance, and you follow that energy, you follow that trail of negative energy that's not serving you, it'll amplify, and it's just going to get worse and worse and worse for you. But if you stay meta, so to speak, you focus on the energy, not the resistance, it's almost like you're dodging vibrational bullets. This is what I'm trying to communicate on this channel, is how to master your frequency. This is what I'm really passionate about, is mastering your energy and your frequency. Because again, I'm not perfect. There's times where I feel resistance even with the actions that I know that I want to be taking, and that's totally normal. But I sort of I see the resistance and I sort of just not give it energy. It's hard to explain. You can get very masterful at this if you do it long enough, and you sort of dodge the negative energy. You can see it. You're not in resistance to it. You're not ignoring it, really. It's like you can't ignore anything really in life, because if you ignore it and you're unconscious of it, life will keep pointing more energy in that direction until you're kind of forced to look at it. But what you want to do is see it, but just don't feed it any unnecessary energy. This is the key to effortless action and mastering your frequency, and also not giving any unnecessary negative energy to negative energy, and feeding resistance to resistance, and giving energy to what you do not prefer to be experiencing. So don't focus on necessarily what you're doing. Give more energy to the place that you're coming from. And if you feel resistance, remember that's totally normal. That's totally fine. That's a part of life. You're not always going to feel amazing with everything that you do, but try your best to give energy to the place that you're coming from. Make it a priority that, you know what, I care about how I feel in terms of the place that I'm coming from more than the actual action itself. That in of itself can completely change your entire perspective on what action is. Because people in society right now are very focused on, what do I need to be doing to be successful? But we're not, in my opinion, giving enough energy and focus to what are we actually, how are we feeling about what we're doing, right? What is the place that we're coming from in terms of what we're doing? If you just make it a priority to prioritize your frequency, not the action, that alone is all you really need to hear in this video. I could have made a 2-minute video just talking about, hey, focus on the frequency, not the action. And that's it. That's the secret. That's the secret to effortless action right here. I should have just recorded that, but I always wanted to go in depth and give you my personal experiences and go a little bit deeper. But really, that's it. It's really that simple. It doesn't need to be harder than that. Did you know that life is actually simple? We create this unnecessary anxiety and make things hard because we believe it has to be hard, and we're too focused on the circumstances, in my opinion. But if you just focus on the energy and the frequency and the place that you're coming from, you'll find that the actions usually align very effortlessly, and you get to where it is exactly that you truly want to go, and it's going to be in the most effortless path possible, because of course your higher self always knows where you are and where you want to go, and the easiest way to get to where you want to go, and also the easiest way to be in the flow with what you're doing in the process to going where you want to go. So you're enjoying the process of what you're doing now, and that's bringing you even closer to where you want to go in the future. Because if you have any goals, the fastest way to get there is not by resisting where you are, but by being in the flow and enjoying the process and aligning with your higher self. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Please hit the like button for me so that more people can get access to this content, because I do believe that every single person on this planet does deserve to know that they are the creators of their reality and they can manifest their reality in the most effortless and easy way possible, helping themselves and others in the process as well. Hitting that like button does help YouTube algorithm push the videos out to more people, and that would be greatly appreciated. Also, please leave a comment down below if you have anything to share. I read every single comment. I love to read the comments. I would love to hear if this video benefited you in some way. I'm not sure it benefited this video, if it served you in some way. And with that, I conclude this video. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.